Hey, what's up? So there's a couple wood-boring insects. We've had a lot of videos on carpenter ants, and we've had videos on termites. I'm not sure. We've probably had some videos on carpenter bees, and so we're going to talk about powder post beetles. Yeah, they're wood boring insects as well. Oh, by the way, I do have a service. Just Google "call Marco" with a question, Marko, and I can pretty much solve your house problem. Send me some photos, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If nobody else can solve your house problems, odors, anomalies, structural, give me a shot. 29 bucks, 15, 20 minutes. We'll figure it out for you. You'll save yourself a ton of money. Also, I could proofread any of your correspondence you get. You might have a bid for something that might seem crazy. Hey, I'll look at it. Okay, and we do provide reports. There's a little more fees. I do also have some links below you could check out. Please rate, subscribe. Anyways, let's get into it, man. Powder Post Beetles. So they like to have moist wood. And, a lot of times, you get deflections. Like this particular home was an old century home, and they bought granite countertops, redid the kitchen, and the floor started to sag because of the countertops in the kitchen. But the real issue was down below. We had these powder post beetles, and the beetles would weaken the wood. Okay, now how do you get powder post beetles? Well, basically moist wood. They like moist wood, and they like soft woods. And they'll stay in the wood for a while until they emerge. Okay, sometimes you could hear them. These are the size hole. That's a dime that you have here, and you can see how small these holes are. And if you don't see like dust coming out of the holes or like a little bit muddy, it could be old powder post beetle damage. So a lot of these older century homes have beetle damage all throughout the basement, but that doesn't mean they're active. And a lot of times they're active if you tap on the wood, with the screwdriver, dust will come out. Or you'll see dust coming out, and I'll show you a couple of pictures of it. And here you can see some old powder post beetle damage, and that does weaken the wood. Now, here you can see like small holes, and that's my screwdriver. Man, if you blow through it, guess what? The whole house is sagging. You're gonna have to replace it. So that even though the joists and timbers look good, they're not. Okay, and you can't fix it. You'll have to replace it. And you can see here where you've got compression. Look at the bottom of that beam sitting in the pocket, and you can see the dust that I dug out. Sorry about the dust that I dug out right there. Okay, this is in a crawl space. When you see this kind of dust, okay, and you see the dust right there, that means that you've got activity. It's active, and moisture content. They like moist wood, so you got to either replace the wood, and it's I guess you could treat the wood, drill holes in it, pump chemicals into the wood, or you can also think about stopping the moisture problem, and that helps out too. This is a garage. You can see how this is all rotting out. See the powder post beetle damage. There's mold. That was kind of a giveaway, and so here's we'll do a powder post beetle study. So here's his house, and the guy buys the house, car runs into it. And then he realizes, man, I got asbestos siding. You didn't know about that, right? And that was probably 30s, 40s, 50s. And then later he starts finding out that it's a pole barn structure. So it's probably a house that was a barn converted to a house, because you can see the corner here of this beam, and you can see the whole thing's eaten out. Okay, and there it is, powder post beetles. It was probably still sound and stable. But to repair this, you're gonna have to fight with insurance companies, right? So you never know what you find. But the bottom line is, powder post beetles like moisture. And here you can see we designed a new column for it, so this repair is totally different. There's that kitchen. So with powder post beetles, let's get back a little bit here and get to the beetle. Okay. Yes, they're wood-boring insects. They do structural damage, a lot of damage. Very common in crawl spaces. You're probably not going to find them up in the attics, okay? But you will find them down in crawl spaces underneath your home, in basements, especially old basements. A lot of the wood, older wood, may have not been treated. You know, the new wood today does get treated, but they still will get into the wood, and they will do damage and weaken the wood, and your floors will deflect, and sometimes joists will crack. So once again, wood-boring insects, you know, termites like moisture, carpenter ants like moisture, and powder post beetles like moisture. So you have a moisture problem. You have a water management. You got to water manage your property. Hey, if you have any problems with your house, just Google Clevelandmarko with a question. There's some links below. Also, rate, subscribe, and share. Thanks for coming on.